Peace, family, grand rising. I hope you guys are happy and healthy and doing well. Excuse my face and my voice and everything. This is the last moment that I have to finish this tour out. So this is going to be the beginning of the video for you guys, but it's actually the end of the video for me. What you will see after this clip is what I recorded a couple days ago. It's the backyard, and I keep forgetting to show you guys the front yard, and then I'm going to go back and show you where I got cut off. I had to remove some videos from the phone. Like I said, I have a bunch of videos saved up for you guys that haven't been posted yet. But let's get this one posted because it's October 30th, and it's like the last day I can do an October tour. So let's check out the front of the garden. So technically this is my front, but I don't care about these were here when I got here. I plan on just replacing them eventually, so we'll start here because this is my rose bush. I don't know if you guys remember me getting that rose bush from the farmer's market, but this is it. I'll post some pictures of roses. I'll post some pictures of roses that have bloomed on here for you guys, but so far I think it's looking pretty good. I mean, it's still alive. If you guys remember, we planted this yarrow together. It's looking great. I have cut off of it once to dry the leaves and kind of make them into a powder, which is good to stop bleeding. So it's a little skinnier than it would be if I didn't do that. This is our miracle berry. It hasn't really gotten any bigger, but it just looks healthy there. This I'm about to pull out and stick a rosemary. This is something that was already here when we got here. Y'all, look at this hibiscus. It's a mess, and I would have pulled it out, except I had to show y'all how much of a mess it is. As soon as basically the wind started blowing, the temperature went down a little bit, it started looking crazy. I would prune it. I mean, I tried to love it. So I guess next year I need to get hibiscus, or roselle, it's also called, in the ground earlier. These are, let me come around. These are my husband's jasmine plants that he planted here, and he wants this one to crawl up the wall. Teddy, I'm coming. He's crying. I don't let him out in the front without a leash because he don't listen. So those are doing well. And then my lavender, I finally have a lavender that's still alive, you guys. I stuck it here and I didn't do nothing else. I don't do nothing. I don't even talk to the lavender. I don't even look at it. And now it's fine. I think lavender likes neglect, not too much water, just not too much anything. So I'm so happy about that. This looks like it's dying, but I see like a few healthy leaves. Like I'm gonna have to cut this thing way back, and I'm thinking of changing the container and changing the soil to inside soil, and then taking this in the house. And then my sage will have to go somewhere because it will die in the cold. Let's go to the back with Teddy. He doing the most. I ran out of memory, I guess, the recording time, right in the middle of, well, it was almost to the, get back. It was almost to the end of the tour anyway. I just had like one little corner to show y'all. But baby, my phone was like, no ma'am. That's it for you, ma'am. I'm like, okay. Fine then. So I just had to move some stuff. Excuse the lighting. Here. This rose is actually going to go in the front on the other side in the ground. This is the one that I got from Aldi, and I will add some pictures of some roses that it made this year. This is my beauty berry. Still doing well. I've actually, okay, so I don't know. I think I showed you guys when I found this pile of pine needles. Well, as you can see, the plastic was breaking down that it was in. I should have kept it more covered from the sun and water and stuff. So I'm trying to remove those and get the plastic because I don't want plastic everywhere outside. So I started kind of using this and moving this. And so I've already refreshed my Beauty Berry container for the fall. This is something that I'm going to do with all of my trees and berries. This one is not moving, and so what I did was I added some soil, I added coffee grounds, and I added some berry tone fertilizer, and then I covered it with the pine needles. So berries love pine needles as a mulch, and you can use it anywhere, but I start with my berries first, and whatever's left over, it'll go to other places. So I'm going to do this with my other berries. This is my pink blueberry, so this is going to go into a bigger pot, and then I'll add all that stuff I said, and I will pine needle the top of it. So, and then this is my other blueberry. You can see it's already going dormant. This one is going to go into a bigger pot, and then I'll add all that stuff that I said. The garden has actually already changed since I started this garden tour because I didn't do it all in one day. I already have some things going into the greenhouse. I've got some other stuff to show you guys about the greenhouse, but that's going to be in a separate video. So thank you so much for watching the October garden tour. Now I'm going to add the rest of the tour, which I thought was going to be the beginning of the tour when I started recording it. And then in a separate video, I'll just show you guys the clips of my vacation, which is just a few little clips because I just like to share with you guys when I'm not with you guys. So I hope you are happy and healthy and doing well, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Peace and blessings, guys. It's the next day. So let's do this tour before we lose the light over here in the side garden. Okay. Down here I have some random things my husband threw. He threw down pumpkin seeds and zinnia seeds. So they're growing slowly and I'm watering them. We still got this dead looking eucalyptus. I don't know if it's going to come back, but it'll stay there until spring. The milkweed has definitely grown so far. And what I do like, I think it's doing what it's supposed to do, is that I see aphids on the milkweed and I just spray them off. But I don't see aphids on my kale, which is right next to it. So I think that's what it's supposed to be doing. That's scarlet kale. So I might go ahead and put that in the ground. My mints are, looking like they're dying back. I'm going to cut and dry some. Longevity spinach. We're definitely having shrimp salad tomorrow. I'm sorry, this one is the Okinawa spinach. We've got our collard greens looking a little leaned over because the sun just left from this area. These are my pink-eyed purple whole peas. I like to let them dry like this. As you can see, I've got a few more green ones coming out. And in between everything down here is Cuban oregano. I'm going to be getting cuttings of those. This is, I think, Purple Island kale. And I think, well, I thought that was too, but they look different. So, I don't know. More Okinawa spinach. More collard greens. Purple opal basil. I'm going to probably get a cutting of this and then cut this all the way down or back. Back here, these are my magenta beans. I'll have to find the actual name of them. But as you can see, it's starting to make beans and they have tons and tons of flowers. So I love those. I've got my geraniums here. Longevity spinach that recently just got cut back a little bit. My dill came back from last year. That's exciting. Cuban oregano all up and through here. I'm going to make another cough syrup. with that before it gets cold and get some cuttings. My longevity spinach in between. This rosemary honey. Yes. The rosemary is rosemarying. I love it. These are my little kitchen onions. I just come and cut onion tops off of them all the time. I'm gonna start probably cutting and drying some of them. But love that. That was from the grocery store a while ago. My coleus has gotten big and beautiful. As you can see, I have some space back here, so I'm planning on planting some things. This is my last Cuban oregano. If you guys remember, my husband accidentally pulled it out with the sweet potatoes, but it's doing great now. And I've got a couple of garlics popping out behind my Brussels sprout. Is a Brussels sprout supposed to be doing this, y'all? Tell me. He over here, really. I don't know. Garlic here. I've got lots of space here. I'm about to add some soil and compost in here. Plant more carrot seeds, some calendula, and some other things. Here are the carrots that my baby boy planted a little while ago. They are growing nicely. And we still have a few starting to pop in down here. We will be reseeding over here some more. Back here I've got more bush bean plants in this corner, and this huge longevity spinach is going to be our lunch for tomorrow. We're going to have some shrimp salad because it is just, as you can see, thick everywhere. So behind him I have more green onions. These are from the grocery store. And this is turmeric. So I pulled out some turmeric and I'm just replanting them here. These will probably grow a little bit and then die off in the winter. And then in the spring, they'll pop up and give me turmeric next year. I've got my peppercorn back here. And the peppercorn is getting big and needing more support, as you can see. So I'll work on that. What I want to do is, once these sweet potatoes die out, I'm going to scoot him over, give him a bigger box, and let him permanently climb here. This is ginger. I just planted this ginger. It was like some sprouted organic ginger from the store. So as you can see, it is growing. Like that turmeric I mentioned, it'll probably die back and then come back out in the spring. And I'll just leave it there, let it get rained in, and chill until it's ready to come back. This is a little guava cutting that I just moved. Ooh, stuff is about to go in here, so I'm about to clean this out and put some of the things that needs to be overwintered in there. We've got, this is a Mexican sunflower that I'm saving to take to my mom. That's why it's still in the pot. Otherwise, it would be in the ground and looking like this. There's a big old one at mommy's house as well. So I guess he likes it there. In front of that Mexican sunflower is the sage. And then under here, we've got a melon. I still need to cut this melon. The mouse was eating that melon, y'all. If y'all missed the mouse video, definitely go check that out. It's a hoot. So we've got a melon plant under there. That's a volunteer. And I also have comfrey growing under here. Coming on around, we've got tomatoes. Let me back up so you can see. This one is a speckled Roman tomato. This tomato in the middle is I think it's a purple Cherokee tomato. I'm not even sure anymore. This one is a bush early girl. And this other big one is a speckled Roman tomato. So after this long summer of caring for these tomatoes, I finally have hope. I don't know if they're gonna stay or last long enough, but those are tomatoes, guys. You guys to keep hope alive, okay? Over here we got tomatoes, guys. We got tomatoes. Finally. I'm so happy. Also in this bed is basil. This is the sweet basil. Genovese, I think. I got my Buena Mulata pepper. It didn't get that big. I'm thinking about digging it out and overwintering it. Here I've got a little bit of parsley, and all of these are borage that have self-seeded themselves. This one is a Pippin's Golden Honey Pepper. I may pull him out and overwinter him. As you can see, he's got some nice, he's got some green new growth. So, my bush beans, guys, they are finally bush beaning. I actually already harvested off of these once. These and the other ones in this bed. And I made fried rice last night, and they were good. Back there we've got chives. This is my other purple opal basil. This is my violet sparkle pepper. I'm definitely going to dig him up and put him in a pot and overwinter him because he did produce this year. Just didn't get very big, but I'm excited to see what this one will do next year. We've got more bush beans over here. The bush beans are beaning. They are beaning, guys. Like I said, I harvested from those. This is a big old carrot, and I want to pull it so bad. My son wants to pull it out so bad, but we're growing this one for seeds. So we can't pull it out, even though it looks like the biggest carrot we've ever grown. So I'm trying to save seeds. I've got more basil here. I'm going to be harvesting after this video a bunch of stuff. Harvesting and drying and all kind of stuff. This is another basil too. Okay, my yarrow is looking amazing. I did grow these yarrow from seed. I'm super proud of them. And my husband did not trample them, chasing that mouse. I've got echinacea here. My comfrey here, as you can tell, somebody's been eating it, but the comfrey is strong. It doesn't complain. I've got another echinacea down there. I will be drying some of the echinaceas before it gets cold, but it'll come back. Guys, the peach tree is huge now. If you've been following me since we put this peach tree in the ground, can you believe this? And if not, go back and watch the video where me and my husband put this peach tree in. We've only been here about a year, not even a year and a half, a little over a year. So I think the growth is pretty good for the time frame. Down here I've got some wild onions and some mint. And this is my turmeric. Both of those are turmeric. I have black turmeric in here too. As you can see, that's why it has a stripe like that. And then this one is ginger. So this is a newly planted ginger too. It's probably gonna die back, and I'm gonna let it come right back. These I'm going to harvest, and then I'll take either little pieces or little plants, like these little plants. I will separate them, give them their own pots. I'll let them die back in the cold, and they'll come back and give me turmeric next year. These are about to be redone. I'm just letting this watermelon live because he's still alive. It's a sugar baby, and I had a cucumber in here that died. Stuff has been pooping in here, so as you can see, I got it all taped, and I got sticks and stuff in there. Like, don't get in here and get comfortable. So I just don't want these to be empty right now. And then this one, I planted a seed, and it is crawling, looking beautiful. I hope it makes flowers. I'll have to remember the name of it. I'll put it on the screen. But it is doing lovely. This is another cantaloupe that I have no hope for. I just don't want this bed to be empty, like I said, because the animals have been pooping because they suck. While I'm over here, I'll show you guys. This is Mimi's pink lettuce. We'll see how pink it gets. It's kind of in the shade. I'm gonna plant more seeds too. And then I've got seedlings of different kinds back here. I don't even know the name of this thing. Rhapsody Plumeria. My husband bought this. It's beautiful. It makes pretty flowers. Passion fruit is starting to look crazy. It's gonna get moved. My Barbados cherry. We got one cherry this year, y'all. But it keeps on making more flowers. So I'm not sure if that means it might want to give us more. I'm not really complaining, but I think it looks beautiful. It's way bigger. It's grown a lot since we got it, and that's really what I'm looking for. I know sometimes fruit trees take time to start producing for you. Y'all excuse the grass. I'm cutting it today. This is my baby mango that Boom Shakalaka sent me, and this is my tall mango that we got from the nursery. I was told I should prune some of the bottom leaves, so I'll probably be looking up more on that and doing that. These watermelon are still growing very, very well. If you can see over here, we've got a few. There should be 2 back here. Those guys are doing beautifully. I think I'm going to separate them. Bananas. I'm gonna try to cover them for the winter, and if they don't produce next year after I do that, I'm probably not keeping bananas. They just looking tropical. The fig is looking good. That's it. It looks good. Soursop, I'm about to get a bunch of leaves off of here and dry them. They all fall off in the winter anyway, so I'm gonna get a bunch of leaves, dry them, and he is going in the greenhouse today. This is my 1010 okra that Diva Jones sent me, and it's making some, and I think it's still hot enough for me to get some good harvest from it. I've got sweet alyssum. This tomato is waiting to be pinned up, but it's not tall enough, so it's just leaning over. More sweet alyssum. I can't remember what kind of tomato this is, but it is doing very well, so I am so happy. This is a purple tomatillo. I know that I need another tomatillo in order to get a harvest from this, but I thought it would be good to learn how it grows anyway. I did have 3, but 2 of them died, so it's there and it's healthy. There's a pink zinnia. I got pink for my baby girl because she loves pink everything. So I'm gonna back up and let y'all see this loofah doing its thing. It is just how I imagined it. I'm in love with it. And all of that is this one loofah plant coming out right there. So I'm grateful. I think I'm finally starting to see female flowers. I know loofah needs a long season. So this is a pepper plant. I'm just, with all the little pepper plants, I'm deciding, should I pull them out and let them be seedlings over the winter and bust them back out in the spring? And if not, I might just see if it'll overwinter there. But I also have some bush beans here, and then this one is motherland okra. Behind it, I have my yerba mate. That's my pineapple guava. This is a key lime. That is Maya, the Meyer lemon. This is my sweet kumquat, and it is making kumquats. They look good, so we're just waiting for them to ripen. This has really big spikes, so I'm going to actually push it back further, as citrus tend to have. Snapdragon, I think it's going to go on the ground in the front. Green tea. Here's my pineapple sage. You'll see grow bags and stuff everywhere because I'm going to be rearranging a lot of stuff. I think I want to try to grow broccolis and cauliflowers on this side this time, so we'll see how that goes. But my eggplants look so happy now. They look so happy, all of them. I don't know about these. These are just like yellow. I don't think they're getting any bigger. I might just take them off. I guess that's the variety. I don't know. Because it so happened to be 2 eggplants in this pot. So I bought it when I saw purple ones hanging off of it. But it also has that one that I have no idea about. This is a pot that I'm getting ready for an overwintered pepper. All of my peppers over here did not do so great this year, so I'm just deciding about them. I've got a small okra and a bigger okra that's making okra now. So you can absolutely grow okra in containers. Just make sure that you put some food in there for them. Elderberry is looking pretty good. It's about to move into a bigger pot. I've got another turmeric here, and that's an aloe vera I'm going to give to my loctician. I have another tomato over here. I don't remember which kind it is, but if it gives me tomatoes, that's all that matters. I started a brassica seedling in here, and I think like some chives and some flowers or something. So those are just now kind of springing out. This is the avocado that came out of the side bed, and it might still come back if we cut that brown part off, because they're pretty resilient. I've got a couple strawberries, sage. This is bees balm. Some of the strawberries died. I'm going to be planting seeds. I'm going to see if I can plant seeds directly, and I'm also going to do some cold stratification with my seeds. But these are some of the strawberries that I got from a nursery. This is the only one that is like one of the original strawberries that I've had before. These are the grapes, looking crazy because they need to go in the ground. I want to do like a skinny bed right here and stick them in the ground and then just let them trellis up if I can do that. Let's look at the back side of this bed. So this, I need to cut all this dead thyme back, but this is my Egyptian walking onion. And it's kind of expanding. It's definitely getting bigger than it was. So I kind of want to let this thing take over this bed, this and the oregano. I am going to cut and hang some of that, hang dry some of that oregano. I dug a hole in here recently and put some compost and stuff in there. So some nutrition in there. I'm going to be adding soil and compost and stuff like that. Alright, we got soursop. These bad boys are about to go in the greenhouse. I've got some longevity spinach that I need to mail to a friend. Those are lantanas, and I don't know the name of these, but my mom gave me those. We got our beautiful citronella. This is my rose that I got from Aldi. I think I'm going to plant him in the ground in the front. The beauty berry, I'm definitely going to get at least 1 or 2 more harvests of leaves for my mosquito repellent off of these. And I have to double check and see if I got enough beauty berries